Well, there's a new gold card on the market, and it's not from American Express. What am I talking about? Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Dr. Ken Henry, and this is Conservative Commentary, where we spread the MAGA message. Before we begin, I'd like to ask you for a favor. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. This really does help us out and help us grow the channel. And go to the address in the bottom right, youtube.com/@themagamessage, and check out our other video. Well, as I said, there's a new gold card available, not from American Express. President Trump has once again demonstrated his brilliance in coming up with the idea of a gold card for immigration. This card would cost $5 million, but it would move people to sort of the front of the line. And these people who come on the gold card will be high value immigrants. For example, engineers, doctors, entrepreneurs, people who have a lot of money to invest. And they're going to generate taxes like crazy while here. And the card will also give these folks a path to citizenship and a guarantee of long-term residency in the United States. Now think about the other side of this. Apple, Tesla, X, Facebook, you name it. They need a lot of highly talented engineers and those types of professionals. They can buy a card for $5 million to hire individuals to work for their company. Now they're not sure if the top of the class at MIT, for example, who may be a foreign student, whether they could stay and work in the country or they're going to go back to their home. A lot of students from India, very, very bright, go back to India and establish businesses, where here, this card could enable them to stay here and establish their business. It's truly brilliant. Now, think about this. If they sell 1 million of these cards, 1 million only, that will raise $5 trillion. That's a lot of money. And if they sold 10 million, that would raise $50 trillion. Bye-bye debt, gone, with a $15 trillion surplus. Oh, my word. Now, don't bet against Trump. I recall an interview with Shark Tank's Barbara Corcoran, in which she was talking about a lunch that she and Donald Trump had with some foreign investors. And Trump, ostensibly, they were there to buy a Trump property that had already been built. But he had just invested on some property down on the river, which many people consider to be quite risky. And so Trump arranged to have a window seat where they could look out over this property down the river. And the foreign investors began talking with him, and he said, certainly we can talk about selling you this building, but look at this property that you can see out this window. Wouldn't it be wonderful to have your own development built the way you want it on that property? Well, guess what? They bought the property. So don't count him out, and don't bet against him on this gold card. I think it's a marvelous idea, and I just wonder why more people in government don't think the way President Trump thinks. Take a look at the announcement of the gold card, and please share your thoughts in the comments.
We're going to be doing something else that's going to be very, very good. We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges plus. It's going to be a route to citizenship, and wealthy people will be coming into our country by buying this card. They'll be wealthy, and they'll be successful, and they'll be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes and employing a lot of people. And we think it's going to be extremely successful. Never been done before, anything like this, but it's something that we're going to be putting out over the next, would you say 2 weeks, Howard? Do you want to say a couple of words about it?
Sure.
Mr. President, are there
Wait a
any
minute.
requirements for that gold
Hang on a
card?
second.
Do you have to invest a certain amount of money in this country in order to qualify for that gold card?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Go
the
ahead.
EB-5 program Was really, you lend some money, but it was full of nonsense, make-believe, and fraud, and it was a way to get a green card that was low-priced. So the president said, rather than having this sort of ridiculous EB-5 program, we're going to end the EB-5 program. We're going to replace it with the Trump Gold Card, which is really a green card gold, so they'll be able to pay $5 million to the U.S. government. They'll have to go through vetting, of course. We're going to make sure they're wonderful, world-class global citizens. They can come to America. The president can give them a green card, and they can invest in America, and we can use that money to reduce our deficit. Why do we give out lotteries of green cards? Why do we give out EB-5 for green cards? The president of the United States understands that the right answer is, why don't we eliminate the deficit of the United States of America instead?
The gold card, well, millions, but the gold card will bring in with it people that create jobs, very high-level people. I think companies will pay to get people in. For instance, you today graduate from the Wharton School of Finance or Harvard or Stanford or any college, and nobody knows if you can even go to work for a company. So Apple and all these companies that want to get people to be working for them will be able to buy a card, and for the people that are number one in their class at top schools, I see that as one of the things. But generally speaking, it'll be people with money and people that create jobs, and they won't have to pay any tax on income outside of the United States, which they're not paying right now. They're not citizens, but they'll have to pay if they create jobs in the United States. They'll pay full taxes like everybody else. So you're getting big taxpayers, big job producers, and we'll be able to sell maybe 1 million of these cards, maybe more than that. And if you add up the numbers, they're pretty good. As an example, 1 million cards would be worth $5 trillion. $5 trillion.
Wow.
And if you sell 10 million of the cards, that's a total of $50 trillion. Well, we have 35 trillion in debt. That'd be nice. So we'll see. But it could be great. Maybe it will be fantastic. We have it all worked out from the legal standpoint. It's totally legal to do. Hasn't been done before. It's been done in many different forms. We give them away. Why should we give them away? We shouldn't give them away. And I think it's something very exciting. I think it's potentially just something that we're all very excited about. So it's a gold card. It's somewhat like a green card, but at a higher level of sophistication. It's a road to citizenship for people. And essentially people of wealth or people of great talent, where people of wealth pay for those people of talent to get in, meaning companies will pay for people to get in and to have long-term status in the country. And I think it's something we're very, very happy about.